It is finally day 90 of my fitness journey, which means that today is my last max day for this challenge. I have been working out for the last 90 days with minimal rest days. This morning I weighed in at 150.8 pounds. Let's not waste any more time and let's get into the lifts. Today was a day off of work, so it was nice to not have to go into the gym at 5 a.m. in the morning. I started this max day off with bench press. I did my warm up, 135 pounds, 155 pounds, and now it was time for my first PR attempt of the day. I was honestly super nervous for this because I didn't know how my deload week would affect my lifts, but once I got this PR, I felt a lot better. I still felt like I could move up, so I loaded more weight and I tried another PR attempt. This one felt so much lighter than my last PR, it got me thinking, maybe I can move up more in weight. Unfortunately, that's all I could do in bench press, but it was still a good improvement. So how do I stack up against other lifters and myself from day one? When I started, I could only do 2 reps of 125 pounds, which if you account for reps is a 51.4 pound improvement on my bench press. I'll also put the results for my day 30 and day 60 max days for a comparison. Using strengthlevel.com, at my weight and my age, I am now stronger than 49% of lifters. This puts me just below intermediate level, which they consider 2 years of lifting experience. Let's hop into squats now. This was one of the lifts that I really wanted to PR in. Back in high school, I hit 255 pounds and I haven't been able to hit it since. I did my warm-up, 135 pounds, 185 pounds, and 225 pounds as the warm-up sets. And now it was time for a current max attempt. Let's go! Since I learned how to brace properly, this weight and 225 pounds didn't seem that heavy. Now it was time for the real test. I was going to attempt my first PR attempt since high school. Here's how it went. Let's go! A new PR in over 6 years! I had to fight a bit, but no butt wing and no bent back. I wanted to see if I could lift more, so I tried 265 pounds. At this point already, my core was sore since I wasn't used to bracing, but I wanted to try anyways. And unfortunately, I couldn't get it, but I'm still super happy about the result. On day 1, I could only lift 185 pounds, which means that this is a 75 pound improvement on my squat. Again, I'll put the day 30 and day 60 results here. With 260 pounds, I am now stronger than 59% of lifters, which puts me at an intermediate level for squat. The next lift I'm doing is overhead press. While this is not a big 3 lift, this is still a lift that I wanted to improve on. For this lift, I only warmed up with the bar and 1 rep of 95 pounds. I ended up hitting 115 pounds, but I also hit 115 pounds on my last max day, so this ends up just tying my PR. I wanted to PR on overhead press, but when I tried 125 pounds, I just couldn't move it up. I was kind of bummed out that I couldn't improve this lift, but I was pretty happy with what it was. On day 1, I did 3 reps of 75 pounds. This only calculates to around 79.4 pounds for my 1 rep max. This means my overhead press actually improved by 35.6 pounds. Again, day 30 and day 60 recap for comparison. With 115 pounds, I am now stronger than 46% of lifters in overhead press. This makes it my worst lift so far, but it still puts me just right below intermediate level. Finally, my last lift was deadlift. This was one of the lifts I had the least experience going into the challenge with. Please do not follow what I'm going to be doing for deadlift here. I only fixed my deadlift form 3 days ago, so I can't properly lift heavy weights with proper form. I warmed up with the bar, 135 pounds and 225 pounds, which you can already see I have pretty bad form for. I attempted 275 pounds, but I couldn't get a good grip on it. I wasn't happy with that result, so I decided to do mixed grip. I was happy that I was able to lift it, but this wasn't a PR. This only helps to solidify that I can lift 275 pounds all the way. Changing my grip also made it feel way easier, so I decided to try 295 pounds. Here's how that went. Let's go! I did not even expect to lift that weight at all. I really wanted to make a statement, so I attempted the coveted 3 plates. And it pretty much went how I expected. I lifted it a little bit, but my form was so bad that even if I managed to get this weight, I probably would have ended up throwing out my back. On day 1, I did 2 reps of 185 pounds, which equates to around 190 pounds for 1 rep max. This means that I improved my deadlift by 105 pounds, which is crazy. Last day 30 and day 60 comparisons. With this weight, it means that I'm now stronger than 54% of lifters in deadlift, and I'm also at intermediate level. It also means that deadlift actually isn't my strongest lift. Overall, I'm pretty happy with my max day. I'm a bit disappointed that I couldn't PR on all my lifts, but now I can confidently say that I am at peak strength. There are no lifts that I can say that I lifted heavier in high school than I can now. And it only took me 90 days of training. So what now? I'm going to take 2 weeks off and then come back for another journey. Comment down below what you would like to see. I'm thinking about trying to get my total for my big 3 lifts to 1,000 pounds, so like and subscribe if you would like to see that. Thank you all so much for your support and advice throughout this entire journey. I couldn't have done it without you guys, and I'll see you next time.